It was unreal. It was just like everywhere you look, you could see an explosion going off, and it wasn't no more than 10 feet away from you. So it's like you couldn't move. You know, you just look around. Everybody's just on the ground, like in a bundle, trying to just, you know, trying to just make it out. That was actually the first night that I actually thought I was gonna die. Like I was like, this is how I'm gonna go. This sucks.
I guess it's one of those highs that you won't know until you experience it. So it was amazing until afterwards, and you're just so exhausted. You're just like, man, you just want to go to sleep. Finally, we get back to the house, and it's just like, you know, what just happened? And you have to talk to everybody, like, did that really happen? You know, and everybody's like, yeah, it really happened.
Stand by it, here we go. Hanging on 5! Hanging on 3! Hanging on 4!
Like all our training that we do, it just takes over. And you do exactly what you were trained to do. And it's kind of trippy, because later on you're like, wow, I actually did that and I did it the right way, and I didn't even think about it.
I don't know, the guys next to me start shooting, and I couldn't really tell what they were shooting at, and I just figured, well, shooting at something, so I start shooting. You just try and find the most, well, just kind of pick a spot. I mean, if I thought I saw like a shadow move behind a window, or if I thought maybe it looked like there was someone peeking out of that doorway, you know, I'd shot at it. When the city was declared hostile, our rules of engagement said we could shoot whatever we wanted, and for me, I just figured, you know, no one had any business being near that street that night, you know, unless they were looking for a fight. So, you know, hopefully all the kids were somewhere else, and we just rolled through, and we just wrecked as much stuff as we could.
Marine was shot through his head, and then he got shot in the chest 3 times, and he got shot in his right thigh once. He actually died about a few seconds afterwards, but from what I heard was that when they actually pronounced him KIA, like after he got shot like about 7 times or whatever, he was still on the gun shooting. So, you know, that kind of hyped us up a little bit.
Why am I getting shot at? Or like, why do these people want to kill me? They want to kill all Americans. They want to kill you. You know? It doesn't matter if you're in uniform or if you're walking down the street sipping on a Coke. They want to kill you too.
There's this little girl and her mother. Her mother was holding her. And I remember her face was just like, I don't know, it didn't even look like a face anymore. It was just real, it was just bloody, and just like you could see the bone and everything, and it was just weird, and you're just like, what? You don't know you're into war until you see stuff like that.
The war is terrible. It's pretty horrific. It's kind of bad, some parts. But we had a lot of fun too, so that was cool.
Whoop his ass! Oh man, you touched me!
Muhammad Jihad.
Touched me.
Touched by a Haji.
Yeah. Go through so much of this crap.
Hey, he's still behind you.
About to get donkey kicked.
Losing people is not always good. I mean, it never is good, you know, unless it's an enemy. But I've seen numerous Marines die in Iraq, but they died for a reason. I think they died for a reason, not because, you know, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know. He was fighting an enemy like he was supposed to, and, you know, I think he died honorably.
When I was over there, I lost 13 of my friends in like one incident. Split of a second, they were gone like that.
It's like, hey. And he's like, Abad's gone. I'm like, yeah, I know, they medevaced him. It's like, no, he's gone. I'm like, yeah, I know, they medevaced him. And I didn't want to believe it, but, you know, but I knew what he was saying, you know, so that was pretty trippy. That's, you know, but that was a crazy ass battle.
I mean, we lost some guys, but when you think just about how many incredibly close calls there were for all of us, and I guess a lot of it, I feel fortunate that we didn't make out worse than we did, you know? I mean, I think everyone who was there with us, you know, out of the hundreds and thousands that were there, I mean, I think we all kind of know the sound of, you know, a bullet that passes close by your head, what that's like.
See how nasty these people are?
90% of Iraqis are normal people who just want to live their normal lives. A little different lifestyle than that's in America, but for them it's normal. You know, and they don't want war or insurgents. You know, they're not fanatical.
Howdy.
I mean, every day there would be little moments when you feel like, you know, you were making a difference and doing something positive. I mean, sometimes we'd be out just doing a foot patrol through a neighborhood at 3 a.m. and some guy sitting on the corner would just kind of, you know, look up at us and say thank you.
But then you got the people over there that just don't care. And then you got also the people that want you over there but don't want you over there. Like, they want you over there when something good goes down. But then when something bad goes down, they're just like, get out of here, we don't want you here, you don't belong here. So, I mean, I think it's kind of half and half with us being over there.
But, you know, the hope is that in the long term, you know, things will get better for the people of Iraq. And yeah, we killed a lot of Iraqis, and a lot of them were people who didn't deserve to die, but, you know, I mean, so did Saddam. And I guess you think maybe if we can make it through this sort of transitional period, that they'll have a chance to, you know, experience freedom and all the things, I guess, that we take for granted.
See, when I got back, I had nightmares for about 3 months straight. I had anger issue problems, so I had to talk to a doctor about it. It got to the point every night where I didn't sleep for more than 3 hours because I would sit there and just have nightmares all night. So I'd actually try to stay up most of the day just to get through so I wouldn't have to dream.
I had to drive to my parents' house in Vegas, and they got those signs that flash, and it flashed, and I ducked because I thought it was an RPG. You know, it's like you come back and you are paranoid.
I mean, there are moments when you get depressed or you feel feelings of guilt, and you think about the guys who didn't get to come back, and, you know, I mean, you feel that no one will ever really appreciate, you know, those sacrifices, and you just kind of hope they were justified. Sometimes you want people to understand what you went through there, and then you think about some more, and then you think about how horrible a lot of it was, and how living in this world, this country, you know, can never really understand it, and you think maybe that's for the best, that, you know, maybe people don't really want to know just what that's like.